Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I'm a self-employed mama of 4. My husband and I recently became debt-free and are now working on saving up 6 months worth of expenses for a fully funded emergency fund. We use a zero-based budget and the cash stuffing methods to stay on track because our biggest goal is to invest wisely and give generously. So if you're interested in learning more, stay tuned. Well, hey you guys, welcome back. I am so excited to be hanging out with you. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a cash unstuffing and I'm going to explain what that means. So I have been tracking my online spending throughout the month, and this is spending that I have done or my husband has done with our debit card, which then gets taken out of our checking account. These are all things that we typically cash stuff for, but for one reason or another, we used our debit cards instead. Most of it is online shopping, and the rest of it is basically when I go to Target and I just use my red card to pay for purchases. So I go ahead and I write that here on my online spending worksheet, and this is where I keep track of it. So what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna go through and, depending on the category, pull that cash out of my sinking funds envelopes. So if you're still a little confused, just keep watching because I will explain it as I go. Let's get into it. I'm just gonna go category by category, and we are just gonna start with the first one, which is home. So I spent $75 on curtains, and then $30, I just wrote decor, no idea what that was. $80 on the picture frames. I do know what those are. So $185. So let's grab our home binder and let's see what we have going on in here. My guess is that I probably don't have quite that much in my home envelope, so we'll pull what we can and then I will leave the rest blank so that, yeah, we're a little bit short. So let's see here. We minus 30, we have 155. Of course, I don't have a $5 bill yet. Let's see if we can make change in one of these envelopes. I just did a cash condensing, so I might just, for right now, let's actually just do the frames and the decor. You know what? I do know what that was. The decor, I bought some candlesticks from Target for on top of our fireplace. So we're gonna do 150. So what I'm gonna do is 80 plus 30 is 110. Is that right? You guys, it's so early on. How am I already having such a hard time with this? I don't need this 20. I can literally just go like this. This is all going back to the same place. So these couple of 10s and 20s that I have here, since I just did my cash condensing, I just kept a little bit of the cash so that I could do this unstuffing. I tried to be smart like that to try to avoid like multiple trips to the bank. So I should have kept some 5s, but I just it was like a last minute thought. Okay, so home is done, but we will leave that last transaction. And then next month when I do my unstuffing, I will circle back to that. So these curtains right here, I'll just leave this one blank. Okay, next is gonna be garden. I know you guys can't really see my calculator, but that's okay. I don't have enough room for everything. All right, so I only have the one and it was for $20. So we will go ahead and we'll pull $20 out of here. I'm actually gonna count this real quick so I know how much I have. 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. I'm gonna set these aside so I don't confuse myself. I'm gonna give it a count one more time. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. So I'll just remember that I have $200 here because at the end I wanna make sure I'm taking $1,585 back to the bank. And so we should have a total of $1,785 with this money, and this money is going right back to the bank as well. So garden, we can go ahead and check off here. Where did it go? All right, next is household. This is kind of nice. We're just like staying all in the same binder for right now. So $70, and there's quite a few in household. If I remember correctly, 20. Oh, there's only 2. Okay, so we need to pull 90. So we can actually just put these all in there now that we've counted that money and we know how much we started with to make change. I also sometimes pull out of my savings challenges, which I probably could have done, but it's fine. Okay, so let's cross off households. All right, next we have pool, which ironically is in this binder as well. This is working out super nice. Okay, so for pool we have $60. I think I have 2, and then $70. So we need to pull 130. So we'll take 150, put 20 back. We'll put a nice 20 in here to make $130. Target had a sale. I don't know why I keep clicking my pen off. Target had a sale on their floaties, and so I stocked up because they're cheap, so they don't last a super long time. Let's see if there's any other ones in our home binder here. So seasonal decor we will do. I only have 1 in there, so I bought a big, huge American flag, which was 90. So we're gonna put that 100 in there. We'll take $10 back to make 90, and that was it. Oh wait. You know what? So this light right here is technically home decor. I should have written home, but I didn't. So let's also do that transaction because we do have enough for that. So it was $30. Get that one taken care of. Okay, I think that is it in our home binder. And then I also need to cross off my flag. Next, we're gonna go into our low priority sinking funds. And I would say our, and I mean like me and my husband, our sinking funds. Okay, so gifts. We have $35, $20, and then 10. I think that's it. So $65 total. So we'll take, oh, we don't have. This is really hard with all my 5s. I might just have to pull them out of my savings challenge. This is like real life right here. Me just like flying by the seat of my pants. It's fine. I love playing with money, so I really don't care. All right, I need to write this down somewhere though. So we're gonna take this teller slip from my cash stuffing that I just did. And so we have $200 that needs to go back to technically our savings account. And then we are borrowing, I just counted this, I think it's 150, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, oh, 125, that's what it was. So I'm just gonna write that here. For the $5 savings challenge. That way at the end, I'm avoiding confusion. Okay, so back to our task. $65. We have 50 and 70. So we need to take $5 back. So we still have 100, 20, 40, 45, 145 in gifts. All right, let's see what else we have in our low priority since I have this one out. Miscellaneous. So I need to pull 80 out of miscellaneous. I always say this is the envelope for things that we like forget to budget for or are unexpected. So we had a wedding towards the beginning of this month and my husband took his suit to get dry cleaned, and you know, it was something we weren't really expecting. So we are going to do $80. So we'll take 20 back, and then I might condense a little bit of this. 20. Actually, we don't need to right now. Don't mind having some smaller bills in the miscellaneous envelope. So let's mark that off. And then that will be it for our low priority binder. Next is kids clothing. So let's do the kids binder next. All right. All right, so kids clothing, we have $35, $10. Is that it? I totally thought it was more than that. So 45 is what we need to pull out of here. So we'll do 50 and we'll take 5 back. So the kids still have $50, $70, $90, $95 in their clothing envelope. All right, what else do we need to pull out for kids? These are like tight quarters here. I don't have a lot of room for anything. Okay. Back to school. So I did finally get their uniforms. So I need to pull $450 out of here. So we're gonna need to go into my other binder and get this $500. So I don't really have a name for this binder, but this is where, for most of my categories, I keep the money when we put like a placeholder into one of our sinking funds envelopes. So I've got a few different categories that I do that for in here. And it's just because I like to keep this money out of sight, out of mind for a lot of different reasons, but mostly because if I put it in our savings account, then I get this like mindset where I'm like, oh, we have all this money, and then I get careless with my spending and I get a little sloppy. So I just like to keep it out of sight, out of mind. And that's what this binder is for. Some things like medical and vehicle maintenance, like categories that we don't plan on spending anytime soon, those go into our savings account. But a lot of these, we do typically plan on spending that money relatively soon, so I like to keep it in this binder. But we need to take out, what was it? 450, I think, back to school. That's all I've gotten so far for back to school. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 450. So in back to school, we still have 100, 200, 300, 400, 420. So our kids wear uniforms to school. So let's get this stuff put back here. So this is where I keep my custom inserts, which will be available with my next handmade restock. I will open up the listing for custom inserts. And then do a little organizing while we're here because I have all my placeholders here. So 500, I think I was in a hurry to clean up last time when I filmed my condensing, but I do like to keep these organized. So my $500 placeholders, put everything in like their own separate envelope. I will have these top loading A5 envelopes in the shop eventually. I have some that I'll probably add to the website, but it's not a ton, so they might go out of stock, but I am ordering more of these because I personally really like them, and my guess is, I don't know, a lot of you guys have the same taste as I do, so you might really like them too. And then we're gonna put these extra inserts in this one. Perfect. And I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh, I always forget I put this in here. So this is one of the new frosted dashboards. It's the I Can Do Hard Things dashboard. And then I just layered it with the tropical dashboard, which is one of my favorites. And I just love the way it looks, especially against this the beige binder. Okay, so back to school is done, so we can cross that one off. And then Rowan, we need to take $30 out of her envelope. We went on a little date to Target and she picked out some markers and a coloring book. So we need to pull $30 for that because I just paid for it with my Target card. So she still has 50 in here. That's exactly what that money is for. It's just so we can go out and do something fun. And so she actually got, if I remember correctly, she got markers, a coloring book, and a craft. So pretty decent haul for her. Next is school expenses, and we need to take $15 out. This one was borderline. I didn't really know exactly which category to take this out of because let's do it like this. She needed a drawstring bag for her summer program, and so I just ordered one off Amazon. So 50, 70, 80, 85. But I figured since it was a requirement for her summer program, I would take it out of this envelope, even though it's technically not a school expense. But it's fine. Okay, that is it for the kiddos. Next, let's do our high priority binder. Okay, so let's do adult clothing. Shorts, pants. So we need to take $100 total out of the clothing envelope. Yeah, we'll just take these 250s out. So we still have $300 in our clothing envelope. All right, next is going to be beauty. So we have $60. Trying out a new sunless tanner. I haven't gotten it in the mail yet, but I'm really excited. I was influenced to try it. As you guys know, I love a good sunless tanner. I do like being out in the sun too, but it takes me a long time to get tan. Okay, that's it. So $80 is what we need to pull out of beauty. So we still have $120 in beauty. Keep doing that with my pen. It's just such a habit to like click it closed when I'm done. I'm not gonna do it this time. All right, we need to take $85 out of health. Well, let's do pet care because it's right here. So pet care, I need to take out $90. So two of these 50s. I'll grab a 10. I bought a new fish tank because the other one, it was very small. It was a 3 gallon and we have 2 glowfish, but it was just, the filter wasn't very big and I was having to clean this tank like once a week. And I'm like, this is not, I don't like doing this. So I bought a 5 gallon fish tank, which is actually the one we used to have that got a crack in it. So I bought the exact same one again and I love it. I forgot how much I loved it. 100, 150, 160, 170, 75, $180 left in pet care. Our fish are so happy. I mean, as happy as they can be. I'm assuming they're happy. And then the last one will be health. And we are pulling $85 out of health. So we need 15 back. Actually, I'm gonna condense this while we're here. So we have 65 in health right now. All right, and that is it, I believe, because we have nothing on the other page. I didn't do a ton of spending this month because we had all of that stuff happen with our like fridge and our air conditioner and the pool cover. So like the first half of the month, I was like terrified to spend any money at all. So then when I realized that, you know, we were able to put Band-Aids on a lot of this stuff, I was like, okay, it's fine. Not that, I mean, I didn't do a lot of careless spending. Maybe there were some things that we could have lived without, but either way, they were, for the most part, in our budget, with the exception of the home binder, which is always my weakness. So let's go ahead and count up this money and get the money back to where it needs to be. So for sure, we know we need to put $200 aside. That's gonna go back into our savings. It was the money that I borrowed from our cash condensing that we did. And then we need to put $125 back into our $5 savings challenge. I feel like I might have to grab some 10s, but that's okay. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15. So I might actually be able to make this work. Because I think in our $1, I think I might have 2 5s in here, so we can swap those out. I don't have any 5s in there. That's okay. We'll swap them out eventually. Just because I like to actually have all 5s, because it's the point of the whole challenge. But 125 going back into our savings challenge. And next time, I don't know why I thought I needed to pull money out of the condensing when I normally pull it out of here anyway. I just like wasn't thinking. You ever have that when your brain is just not there? Well, we're already off because we're supposed to have 1,585. So, all right, well, let's see how far off we are. 100, 200, 300, 400, 5, 6, 7, 758, 859, 950, 1,000, 50, 152, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80. Move this so you guys can see it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. How am I off by $85? Excuse me while I go cry in the corner. Oh, it's because I added this up for all of these, but we did not actually pull this out. So let's try that again. So we should have 1,510. 100, 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna do it like this. Minus 700. 51, 52, 53, 54, 5,500. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 180. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. So we have $10. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10. So we're only off $10, which is pretty good. I'm sure I'll catch that when I'm editing. Either way, you know what? I always say close enough. At least I tried. But being off $10, I'm really not that mad about it. So we have exactly 1,500 right here. I'll probably count it again off camera and I'll catch my mistake when I'm editing, I'm sure. But this is just a lesson. And something to know about me is that I do not get my panties in a bunch when I'm off by like $5 or $10. So it just is what it is. But that is going to be it for this cash unstuffing. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you for hanging out with me as always. I hope my video blessed you in some way and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye, you guys.